Homosexuality. What is the function of homosexuality? Living things reproduce, right? Why does homosexuality exist? Was the human body engineered to incentivize reproduction, mostly with the experience of an orgasm? Or do humans actually want to make offspring? Boys and girls are different. Girls have a more complex and considerate reproductive strategy. Females follow a complex reproductive strategy shaped by their hormonal cycle. Evolutionarily, this cycle supports a selective, quality-focused approach to mating, aligning with the biological investment required for pregnancy and child rearing. Males, guided by a steady influence of testosterone, often approach reproductive strategy with a focus on immediate social connection and experiential pleasure rather than long-term planning. This is just a generalization and everyone's different. The popularity of contraceptive technology, father absenteeism, abortion, pornography, and declining global birth rates all suggest that people increasingly separate sexual pleasure from sexual reproduction.
Is homosexuality genetic? If homosexuality was purely a gene configuration that made people sexually attracted to people they couldn't effectively reproduce with, it likely would have been bred out of the gene pool over time. Epigenetics involves modifications that alter the way genes are expressed or activated without changing the underlying DNA sequence. These expression alterations are often incentivized by environmental signals, which cause the body to adjust gene expression in ways that might enhance survival. Studies have identified specific epigenetic modifications that differ between homosexual and heterosexual individuals. Studies have identified a potential biomarker in women for sexual orientation. A more masculine ratio of the index to ring finger length on the right hand correlates with a higher likelihood of being attracted to the same sex, or both sexes. Studies have found that twins who share the same genetic code can have the same or different sexual orientation. One theory proposed to explain homosexual behavior is kin selection theory, which suggests that homosexual behavior may indirectly contribute to the reproductive success of immediate family members by providing additional resources and support. However, while this theory offers an intriguing perspective, compelling evidence supporting kin selection as a significant factor in human sexual orientation remains limited. Kin selection would be more compelling if same-sex sexual encounters was only associated with humans or other social animals that grow up with their siblings. Individuality. From cell to ecosystem, each level of biological organization and interaction is deeply interconnected. It's impossible to fully understand one's individuality, function, contributions, and dependencies.
According to Christianity, pride is considered a deadly sin. An individual reflecting on their actions and behaviors often evaluates them subjectively, feeling responsible for and satisfied with their or their group's accomplishments. This satisfaction can sometimes include a sense of superiority over others. A prideful person may selectively focus on information, perhaps subconsciously, that reinforces their achievements, while remaining ignorant to data that challenges or diminishes their sense of individual accomplishment. We are not omnipotent. Are ants individuals? You exist in the context of all in which you live and what came before you. In ant colonies, roles are not fixed but are determined by factors like age, size, and the specific needs of the colony, allowing for role fluidity. Most ants in a colony do not engage in sexual reproduction. Instead, they perform critical roles such as foraging for food and caring for larvae, which are essential for the colony's survival and success. These ants are incentivized through pheromones, chemical signals that encourage them to continue performing tasks vital to the colony's well-being. These roles are assigned based on environmental cues and pheromonal communication, which convey the colony's needs dynamically. Nurse ants can influence future roles through selective feeding of the larvae, tailoring their diet to produce the required adult roles like workers, soldiers, or queens. This decentralized system ensures that ants are incentivized to perform tasks essential for the colony's health and growth, even without the direct opportunity to reproduce themselves. Ants cannot comprehend their actions or the reasons behind them. They are essentially selfishly chasing chemical signals, unaware of the broader value they bring to the colony, which functions as the real organism. The ant colony effectively computes the supply and demand of resources required for survival and uses decentralized chemical communication to incentivize necessary actions. This ensures the colony's stability and adaptability to changing conditions, without any individual ant understanding the impact of its contributions. It's plausible to draw a parallel suggesting that there may be underlying social or biological computations, akin to the decentralized decision-making in ant colonies, that result in a certain percentage of the population exhibiting homosexual behavior.
Is homosexuality dangerous? The Bible, especially in Leviticus and Deuteronomy, outlines numerous hygiene-related laws, including dietary restrictions, ritual washings, and sanitation practices. These guidelines served both spiritual and practical health purposes. Notably, the Bible does not link homosexuality with hygiene concerns, focusing instead on ritual and moral conduct. Despite this, anal sex is considered a higher risk activity than vaginal sex because the lining of the anus and rectum is thinner and more delicate than that of the vaginal lining. Additionally, unlike the vagina, the anus does not provide natural lubrication, which increases friction and therefore the risk of tears through which infections can be transmitted. In modern times, health issues related to anal sex have largely been addressed with technology advances like lubrications and condoms. While homosexuality is technically unproductive, so are the majority of sexual relationships in the present. Homosexuality is a naturally occurring phenomenon. It is not objectively good or bad. Its existence has shaped history, art, and science in profound ways. Figures like Leonardo da Vinci, Andy Warhol, and Alan Turing remind us that even traits that seem counterproductive can lead to incredible contributions to humanity. Homosexuality, like so many aspects of human existence, reflects the complexity of life. Perhaps its function is something we have yet to fully comprehend.